Kevin? All right. Notice I picked out a viral.
Good guess.
Hold on.
I'll explain that to she's distraught. She was like,
That's your own. Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bill Smith on behalf of auction.com. Welcome to our Hudson, Bergen, and Union County pre-auction review online. Today we have about 21 assets we're going to review from these counties. Quick mention, the Bergen assets you're about to review are for the week of November 5th, happening on November 9th. For those of you who don't know, there has been a delay in auctions in Bergen County until after the election. All right. Without further ado, we're going to get started. I have my expert panel here. They'll introduce themselves and we'll get right to it. Dave?
I'm David Weintraub from Templeview Capital. We are lenders of all types, money lenders, fix and flip, refinances, long-term products as well. Basically, anything having to do with investment properties, we'll probably find a way for you to lend you the money to do it.
I'm Greg Petrowski. I'm here from Fortune Title. We're your title experts. We specialize in foreclosure. We do a good portion of New Jersey's foreclosure work. So that's kind of what we really specialize in. We service all of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And I'll be answering all your title questions.
Yeah, I'm Jim Talk from Jersey Strong Construction. We're a we're a construction company. We do management. We do due diligence for our clients. This place is doing renovations here, actually. Like I said, I'm a full service construction company. We help our customers do due diligence and looking for properties, help you evaluate the cost of renovations. And also I'm a new agent, real estate agent with Culture Estates. So I can actually help you find the properties too.
And Louis Leyva from Culture Estate was nice enough to let us use the facility today. Louis can't be here, but Culture Estate is a full service real estate company dealing with home buyers, first time home buyers, investors as well. So if you have any questions in the real estate investment space, or you're looking to buy a home, reach out to culture.estate and ask for Louis Leyva, the broker of record here. Our first property is in Bergen County. It's 335 Watson Avenue in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. A single family home. It's a colonial style home with 3-bedroom, 1-bath, and living area. The lot size is 5,000 square feet. It was built in 1927. A lot of the houses in that area built around the same time. Has hardwood flooring, remodeled bath with jacuzzi. It's a short sale. The total tax amount is $7,612.
All right. On the title end of this, everything seems to be clear. There's your first mortgage taken out in 2006, from what I see here, and then there was a refinance later on for 441. Everything looks to be clear. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes. If you watched before, you've heard me say this a million times, but essentially taxes, you are liable for any outstanding taxes, and that includes current taxes and any tax liens. So make sure you call the municipality, find out what's currently owed on taxes, and find out if there's any tax liens against the property. And if you can, find out who bought those tax liens or who's currently paying right now, because that might give you some clues in what direction you can move in.
Okay, on this structure, the roof was in fair condition. Placed. Average condition.
On the as-is price range, to 90% of the purchase price was $305,000. So always think the ARV will reflect how much of a loan amount you're going to get. Our second property in Bergen County is 25 Hegeman Avenue in Westwood, New Jersey. This is another single family split level home, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, living area of 1,900 square feet. Built in 1963. This is a totally renovated property with an above ground oil tank. Total tax amount, $10,716. Looks like a nice home.
Yeah. And with the information provided here, pretty much this is just another one. Everything seems to be pretty clear. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
On this one, the roof in the house is in poor condition, probably needs to be replaced. The brick fastening and vinyl siding are in average condition. We need some power washing. The windows look to be older vinyl replacements in decent shape. And it probably just needs a little TLC in it. Has a lot of potential.
Based on the as-is price range of $338,600, you can get up to 90% of the purchase for this property, around $305,000. Your total loan amount be $336,000 based on the ARV. So again, your total loan amount, your repair estimate, and the purchase price has to fit into 70% of the 80,000.
Here's a
You good?
see if the program's on. The internet. Internet.
Does this internet suck? It does. There you go. 85 Lincoln Avenue, Cliffside Park, New Jersey. This is again another single family home, approximately 2,000 square feet, 5-bed, 2-bath living area, built in 1927. This very well maintained property and completely updated with large, your total tax amount around $10,853.
All right, title wise, we're looking at everything looks to be clear on this from what's provided. There was first mortgage taken in 2008 for almost 500,000. It's pretty much all I see on it. So make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Okay, the exterior of the house.
Expect to get about $380,000 for the purchase of this property if you're using a lender with the full rehab amount of $50,000. Your overall rehab amount will be around $425,000 for a property like this based on the almost $600,000 repair estimate. Our next property, again, Bergen County. I guess they're all in Bergen County because we're doing Bergen County. It's 15 Midland Avenue in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. This is a single family ranch style home with 5 beds, 2-bath. Living area is 885 square feet, which seems a little small for 5 bedrooms. So you might want to look into that. Built in 1942. This would be a great starter home with skylight and ceramic tile floor, fenced in yard. Total tax amount is $7,000, and I see a healthy amount of lending and flipping going on in the Fair Lawn area right now.
All right, title side, I don't really have much. They didn't provide too much for us on this one. I don't have any of the loan information, so not really sure what's going on there. But this is another one where you got to keep check your taxes.
Okay, the roof on this house is in poor condition and needs replaced. Siding on the house is aluminum siding and needs some repairs, cleaning, and possible painting. The windows look to be vinyl replacements in decent shape, and the property needs some TLC.
Expect to get around $210,000 for the purchase of this property, around 90% of the as-is price range. $40,000 rehab estimate fits into an overall budget of around $245,000. This property looks to be a pretty good fix and flip property. Next property is 95 Holland Avenue in New Milford Borough, New Jersey. This is a single family Cape Cod style house, living area almost 1,700 square feet, built in 1955, total taxable amount nearly $10,000. I like that house.
Okay. All right, so on the title side, I see a first mortgage taken out not too long ago. Other than that, make sure you call and check on your taxes.
The roof on this house is an older 3-tab roof, which was in fair condition. It needs some repairs and might need to be replaced. Siding on the house is vinyl in average condition. We needed some power washing. The windows are older vinyl. They look to be in decent shape. The front brick facade is in decent shape. It needs power washing. Front steps are in good condition. The landscape is well maintained condition and needs some TLC.
You roll it. Next property, 102 Malcolm Avenue in Garfield, New Jersey. Again, another single family colonial home, 4-bedroom, 2-bath living area, almost 1,600 square feet, built in 1932. Nice shed for storage. Tax amount, $5,163.
All right, and on title on this one, I don't have any of the LP information, so I don't know when or if they've been filed, but I'm sure since it's going to sell, they have been. There is a first and second mortgage on this property, so it does bring up an interesting point. They normally announce it, but you can always ask, make sure they're foreclosing on the first mortgage and not the second mortgage. It's very rare they foreclose on the second mortgage, but if they are, and you buy the house with the second mortgage foreclosure, you're still liable for the first mortgage. So, make sure that's what's going on with the property. Other than that, make sure you check your taxes.
Are we good?
Okay, the exterior of this house is in poor condition. We need a new roof. The wood siding needs repairs, painting, and possibly upgrade to vinyl. The windows a lot of the windows are boarded up, need to be replaced. Front porch needs repairs, possible replacement. Concrete walls and driveway need some repairs.
Based on the repaired value of $364,000, expect to get a total loan amount around $255,000 for this property, and you can get up to 90% of the purchase on this property, which is around $210,000. This property looks to be a good flip, and it comes with a strange digital bubble in front of the house, which you don't get that anywhere. You just don't get that. Next property is 1641 11th Street, again in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. As I mentioned, there's a lot of flipping going on in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. This is a nice looking single family house, 4-bed, 3-bath. The lot size is decent size at 7,400 square feet, built in 1940. Looks like it may even have been flipped in 2005. Total tax amount, $5,163 to this property.
All right, so title on this property is very similar to the last. It's a first and second mortgage. So make sure they're foreclosing on the first mortgage. Second mortgage, not for a lot. It might have been part of the purchase money. Other than that, make sure you check and call on those taxes.
Let me readdress that. It probably wasn't flipped in 2005. It probably went under, because in 2005, that's when things started to get a bit ugly. Well,
all right, overall exterior of this house and property was found to be in excellent condition, and the records show it was renovated in 2005. The exterior is completely new with timberline type roof, vinyl siding, new windows. There's a carriage garage door and vinyl railings. View of the neighborhood shows that a lot of the houses are built around the 40s and are mostly Cape Cods. So this thing might have been an attic level too. That's about it.
Based on the repair value of $535,000, you can expect to get a total loan amount of around $375,000. For this property, it doesn't seem like it needs a lot of work, so definitely a property worth looking into. And again, see a good amount of flipping and investing going on in the Fair Lawn area. Next property is 96 Emerson Road in Westwood, New Jersey. This again is a single family property, bi-level home, 3-bed, 1-bath, living area 2,000 square feet, built in 1971. This is a large lot with great potential and offers a lot of options, convenient to everything within the area. I would assume that means trains, buses, New York City as well. As we mentioned, the last home may have also been pop the roof off. This could possibly be a pop the top flip as well.
All right, so on title on this, I don't have much title information. I do see that it was sold at some point in 2016, so that's not too long ago. I don't have an LP history, I don't have much mortgage history, so this is another one of those where it's check your taxes.
All right, the roof on this house is in poor condition and needs to be replaced. Siding on the house is wood shaped in good shape. We needed some repairs, and the back of the house needs painting. Needs some repairs in the back of the house, and it needs painting. The front is brick facade in decent shape. Could use some power washing. The windows look to be older vinyl replacements in decent shape. Garage doors in poor condition, needs to be replaced. Property has a lot of potential, but needs to be cleaned up and some new landscaping. The wood soffits are also damaged and need to be repaired.
Expect to get around $270,000, anywhere between $250 and $270 for the purchase of this property. Repair estimate of $50,000 would fall in line as well. Yeah, that's all on this house, other than the owner was colorblind.
That's that 70s green, 50s to 70s one.
It ended in the 70s. Right. Next property, 541 Westwood Avenue in Rivervale, New Jersey. This is a single-family colonial home, 4-bed, 3-bath, living area, almost 1,600 square feet, built in 1924. Updated home with open kitchen, huge parking for 5 cars. 4 baths, 5 cars. Cost of transportation, total tax amount, $11,700.
All right, and title-wise, there's a first and second mortgage on this one, so make sure you do this. I don't know what they're foreclosing on. Other than that, make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Okay. Overall, the exterior of the house was found to be in a well-maintained and excellent condition. Roof on the house is a timberline type in above average condition. Siding is vinyl in excellent condition. Windows look to be new vinyl replacements. Brick facade is in excellent condition. And overall, the property was well maintained.
Next property is 1109 81st Street, North Bergen, New Jersey. Doesn't seem like we have a lot. 3-family home in the prime area, 5-bed, 3-bath, number of stories, 2 distinct living areas, 3,600 square feet, built in 1936. This is a fabulous home to live in or to invest in high market rentals. So if you're the type of investor that maybe wants to live in one property and rent out 2 others, this could be an ideal property for that.
All right, and title on this, did a lot of assignments and whatnot back in the day, but there's our first mortgage it was in 2004 for $444,000. Other than that, make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Okay, the roof on this house is a 3-tab roof, which would look to be in decent condition. The siding is vinyl in above average condition. Windows look to be vinyl replacements in good shape. All soffits, fascia boards, rake boards, and window trim are all in above average condition. Front porch steps are in above average condition. Front fence, gate, and railings need painting. Overall, the property is in above average condition.
Based on the repair value of $593, expect to get around $415,000 for a total loan on this property. Again, if this is a 3-family, this could be the type of property that you live in, rent one place, rent out the other 2. Forget what they call that. The name of that. I don't remember. But anyway, could be a good investment either way for either a flip. No, it's just a
Good investment.
Yeah, good investment. It could be a decent flip, and it could even be a better rent and hold than the 7.24 cap rate suggests.
Newton for
How about that? Are we good?
Oh, that's what he said. Go ahead.
I believe you. I like those colors. It looks like the little the ladies in San Francisco. Next property, Hudson County, Union City, New Jersey. This is a two-family home. Stories, two distinct living areas, 1,500 square feet, built in 1898. Lot size almost 2,000 square feet, sold as is, subject to third-party approval. Total tax amount $9,700.
All right, and on title, we have a first mortgage back from 2007. Let's see, there's a long history of mortgages on this property. Other than that, make sure you check those taxes.
Right, the roof of this house is in poor condition and is replaced. Siding is in average condition. Windows look to be older replacements in decent shape. Overall, the exterior was in average condition.
The as-is price range at $237,000. Using a lender like us, a cash to close for a borrower on this would be around anywhere between $15,000 and $30,000, and that would encompass all of your title, insurance, and all of your other fees as well. So $15,000 to $30,000 is what a lender would have to bring to the table to purchase a property like this at $237,000. I know where that is. Next property, Hudson County, is 28 Trenton Street in Jersey City. This is a two-family home again, 6-bed, 3-bath, number of stories, 3 lot size, 2,500 square feet. This is a short sale that's subject to bank approval, strictly to be sold in as-is condition. Total tax amount $8,424. And when it comes from a lending perspective, make sure that the seller is okay. If you're going to use a lender, that they're okay with lender getting an appraisal and other aspects of as related to this property, because all lenders are going to require some type of appraisal, being an internal appraisal or even an external appraisal.
All right, and title for this, there's your first mortgage. It was taken out in 2006, a while back. Other than that, everything seems to be good to go. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Okay, the roof on this house, the timberline tile in excellent condition. The brick facade on the house is in average condition. Windows look to be new vinyl replacements. Front porch is in fair condition and needs minor repairs. Front railings need painting. And there's some rake boards on the house that are missing the aluminum flashing.
Based on the as-is price range of $444,000, expect to bring around 10%, 10 to 15% to the table to close this loan. That's anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000. Again, that encompasses all of your costs, not just your down payment. So expect to be in around 10 to 15% all in to purchase a property like this. And it looks like it to be a good rent and hold strategy for a property like this. Again, I mentioned earlier, you could potentially live in one of the units and rent out the other 2. And this is Jersey City, is obviously a very hot area, being so close to New York. Property 1315 3rd Street in New Jersey. This is a single-family home, living area just over 900 square feet, lot size 8,400 square feet, built in 1958, with a total tax amount of $6,395.
And there's a little bit of a history on this property when it comes to mortgages, but it just looks from here that there's a first mortgage for $225,000. That was back in 2007, so quite a few years back. Other than that, everything seems to be clear. Just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
The roof of this house is an older 3-tab in poor condition, which needs fair condition would need a
if you have experience, you could be as little as $5,000 down to buy a property like this. That's $145,000. Could be a good investment for, but but again, you can recoup all costs. How is that what you did? We good? That's slow. I don't think he has an extender down here. It's foreclosure. We're good. Next property is in Union County, 620 West 2nd in Roselle Borough, New Jersey. This is a 2-family home, 6-bed, 2-bath, number of stories, 2 distinct living areas, almost 2,300 square feet, built in 1965. Property needs some updating, sold as is, buyer responsible for obtaining C of O and smoke certificate, total tax amount $12,629.
All right, and on the title side, not much of a history on this property. I actually don't have a ton of title information. I do know that there's a first mortgage. It was taken out in 2010 for $235,000 roughly. Other than that, the LP looks to be filed in a good period of time. So just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Right, the roof in this house was found to be in poor condition and needs to be replaced. The siding on the house and the brick facade were in fair condition, just needs power washing. The windows were older wood and should be replaced and the exterior trim on the windows need to be wrapped with aluminum. And other than that, the property needs some CLC.
Based on the as-is price range of $251,000, a lender like us, you could come to the table for all your costs anywhere between $18,000 and $30,000 on a property like this, which is, anywhere between 10 and 15%, and that's just not of the down payment. That's of the total cost, anywhere again between $18,000 to $30,000. Next property right here, Union County, 421 Flanders Avenue in Scotch Plains. This is a single family home, living area of almost 1,900 square feet, 2 stories, built in 1900, total tax amount $8,570.
All right. And title wise, there was a modification on this loan back in 2013, which is interesting. So that is something to not really look out for, just something interesting, to be honest with you. There was an LP filed in the right amount of time. It was refiled, same number, which is good. So just make sure you call and check on your taxes on this property.
Okay, the roof of this house is a 3-tab asphalt in fair condition, which looks like it reached its useful life. And if it's a poor flip, I recommend replacing it. The stucco plus facade on the house is in good condition. Looks like it was freshly painted. The windows on the house look to be in above average condition, and they may be recent replacements. Sidewalk in front of the house needs some repairs, and overall the property is in good condition.
Again, it's property. It's $322,000 with us. Expect to be at the table to close anywhere between $25,000 and $40,000 on a property like this. That's all costs considered as well: points, insurance, title, etc. Anywhere between $25,000 and $40,000 for a property whose repair value is $472,000. Next property, 1547 Munn Avenue in Hillside, New Jersey, also Union County. This property is a single-family home with a living area of 2,000 square feet. It's a 2-story house built in 1909. Home has many updates and needs a few finishing touches as per the MLS in 2010. The total tax amount is $10,000 on a property like this.
And on title, there's your first mortgage from 2010 for 204. Other than that, everything else seems to be okay from what's provided. Just make sure you check your taxes.
All right, the roof on this house is a timberline type, which looks to be in decent condition. Exterior of the house has stone facade on bottom and front, with the rest being stucco, and both are in excellent condition. Exterior has custom trim work and columns. Overall, the house and property was in above average condition with many upgraded features.
This property, you get a total loan amount of around, let's see, 200, I got that right? $230,000, no, $200,000, like this. Sorry, my numbers are off right now, but expect to be at the table anywhere between, again, anywhere between $18,000 and $28,000 all in cost. If you plan on using lending on this, this looks to be a better flip than it would be a buy and hold.
Nice property.
Sorry. Next property in Union County, 208-210 Mellon Place in Elizabeth, New Jersey. This is a single-family colonial home of 5-bed, 2 baths, lot size of almost 5,000 square feet, large rooms, nice open layout, renovated kitchen with a total tax amount of almost $9,000.
All right. And on title on this, first mortgage for back 2013 for 336, not too bad. No LP information, so I can't really comment on that. But there is one thing: Elizabeth is a town that's different for taxes. I don't know. Do we have another property in Elizabeth today?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do coming up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Elizabeth, taxes are a little strange, a little bit different than other towns. When you call, they have something called the certified tax search. When you just ask for what taxes are owed, they're going to give you what's owed under whoever's paying them right now, not previous owners or anything else that's owed. So make sure you do ask them for a certified tax search. It's a little bit more in depth. And when you do buy it, you're going to owe what's previously owed plus everything that's prior owed. And if you just make a quick phone call, it's not going to give you all the information you need. So make sure you ask them to give you all the taxes owed on the property. That's Elizabeth. There's 1 or 2 other towns like that too in New Jersey.
No prejudice to my hometown.
Okay, the roof on this house is found to be in poor condition with a lot of curling shingles that need to be replaced. Siding on the house is in good condition. We needed some power washing. Windows look to be older replacements. The gutter is missing on the front porch, and the brickwork in front of the house was in average condition.
Expect to be, based on the as-is price range is $200,000. Expect to bring anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000 to the table for an investment like this. This property looks to be both a good flip and potentially a good rent and hold property at 9% cap rate. I know where that is. Next property, Union County, again, 616 Bond Street in Elizabeth, New Jersey. This is a 2-family home, 3-bed, 2-bath living area of 2,500 square feet, built in 2005. Short sale. The buyer is responsible for all city inspections, owners not cooperating and signing contract. Owners not cooperating and signing contract. I'm not exactly sure what that.
Yeah, it's a little typo, but he's trying to say the owners are not cooperating with the signing of the.
Oh, okay, understood. So the owners are not cooperating, so it's incumbent upon you to figure it out. The total tax amount is $12,458.
All right, so there's a kind of long history on this, a lot of assignments of the mortgage. Other than that, it looks like the mortgage was taken out in 2006. Just make sure you call and check on these taxes.
All right, the roof on this house is in average condition. Front brick facade is in good shape, as is the vinyl siding. They just need some power wash. Overall, the property is in average condition. We need some TLC.
Again, for a property, $225,000 in purchase price, expect to be at the table, cash to close around anywhere between $18,000 and $30,000 for a property like this. And that means all in, that includes points, title, insurances, all your closing costs, your down payment. So that's a pretty good investment for a property that's almost a 9% cap rate and looks to be a pretty good flip at 28% return on investment.
Yes, and that whole area in Elizabeth on the 109 corridor is on a total redevelopment. 10-minute walk to the train.
This man's so proud of his place. Next property, Union County, again, 592 Walnut Street in Elizabeth. Is a 2-family home, 5-bed, 3-bath, number of stories, 2 living areas, 3,000 square feet. It's a large house with great potential.
All right, and on the title end, once again, it's in Elizabeth. So make sure you call the tax office, get the full tax details on the property. Other than that, I don't actually have much title information on this at all. I do see that there was an LP filed and it went to sale back in 2005. So other than that, make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Okay, the roof on this house is found to be in poor condition and needs to be replaced. The front has vinyl siding in fair condition. Front soffits and fascia boards have damage and need to be repaired. Sides of the house have stucco siding with peeling paint. They need to be scraped and repainted. All the windows and doors are boarded up and most likely need to be replaced. Property needs some TLC.
This property, you could be at the table with anywhere between $5,000 up to $15,000, $20,000 all in on a property that looks to be a pretty good buy and hold at almost 15% cap rate. Probably a better buy and hold opportunity than a flip, but return on investment estimated to be around 27% there as well. But again, you could be at the table with anywhere as little as $5,000 to $10,000 on a property like this. Next property, Union County, 123840 Arlington Avenue in Plainfield, New Jersey. This is a 2-family home, 2 stories. Oh, actually, it looks to be 3 stories, although I would have guessed that the 3rd stories could potentially not be a legal living area, but you never know. I see this in Plainfield where people do have setups with a small kitchenette upstairs. As you can see, it's a good buy and hold property, nearly 15% return on investment there. Built in 1921, approximately 2,400 square feet. The total tax amount's pretty low at $3,361.
All right, so on this property, a little bit of a mortgage history. There is a first and second mortgage on the property. One's through HUD, which is interesting. Other than that, make sure you call and check on those taxes.
All right, the roof on this house is a timberline type, which was in above average condition. Siding on the house is vinyl, which was in average condition. The windows are older wood, which should be upgraded to new energy efficient. Front steps are in poor condition and need repairs. And the property needs some landscaping cleanup and TLC.
Again, as is price range, $175,000. Using a lender like us, you could be at the table anywhere between $7,000 to $15,000 all in, including points, insurance, title, down payment. So that's, not a lot of money in for a property that could potentially give you a cap rate of 15%. So definitely, I like this area myself personally. This area of Plainfield, I think it's kind of a changing area. So I think it's definitely a good investment if you can get a property like this.
Last one.
Yep. Our last property in Union County, 1367 Valhall Road in Union, New Jersey. This is a single family home, 3-bed, 2-bath, lot size 4,600 square feet, built in 1953. This is a well-maintained split level property, updated kitchen, nice yard, total tax amount just short of $9,000.
All right, and there is a first and second mortgage on this property. So once again, make sure, we find out which mortgage you're foreclosing on. Other than that, everything else seems to be pretty good from what I have here. So just make sure you call and check on those taxes.
Okay, the roof on this house is a 3-tab in good condition. Front of the house is a brick facade in good condition. The rest of the house is aluminum siding in decent shape. The windows look to be in decent shape and the landscaping is average. It needs some TLC.
Based on the $235,000 as is price range, you could be at the table to close a loan like this anywhere between $19,000 and $35,000 all in. That would include your down payment, your points, your fees, your title costs, and everything. So between $19,000 and almost $40,000, that's not that much for an investment like this. And that's a wrap.
To start our question and answer segment. Dave?
Okay. Tell me we're good.
Good.
Good. Here's a couple questions from people that come to us via, I imagine, our Facebook page and other
Online.
our online questions. Thank you. Okay, first question: when do you see the most opportunity at sheriff sales? Is there a particular time in the month or a year? I guess I can take that from a lending perspective. I don't know when the best time at sheriff sale is, but I know when the worst time is. And I think everything else, the other 10 months of the year are pretty equal, but the November, December corridor is usually the slowest time of the year. But that said, last year was seemingly a very big January, February for flippers as well. So I don't know if there's necessarily a best time of the year, but do realize that most investors are trying to take down properties that they can get them sold starting in April or May. So think of it maybe from that perspective. If you're buying it in July, you may not want to finish up in December, especially if you have lending.
May vary county to county too.
Yes. Yeah, I don't. What is the typical price for title insurance on one of these properties?
Title insurance varies, and on these properties, sheriff sales foreclosures, there's not really too much of an added cost. The only thing you're really adding into the whole mix is a chancery abstract, which is really going back through the foreclosure process and making sure it was done correctly. That's really only added cost of a foreclosure, but I can't really give you a typical price. Your policy is based off of the purchase price of the property, so it varies. You're buying a home for $100,000 or $500,000 for insurance. It'd be two completely different costs. So, I mean, I can definitely get you a quote. We'll give you our contact information at the end. Like I said, it does vary property to property.
Give us an average, man.
It could be anything. I mean, we've done quotes for as low as $600 all the way up to thousands of dollars on commercial properties. It all depends.
We usually price in around, when you're pricing in someone's loan amount, somewhere around $3,000 to $4,000. So.
Thank you, good information.
There you go. Next one, what are some neighborhoods you think are up and coming right now?
Jim?
I don't know.
I can weigh in on this. Up and coming neighborhoods. Again, we talk about this quite often, especially in New Jersey, along train lines, along transportation routes is very important. In New Jersey, I live down in Philadelphia. If you know anything about Philadelphia, it's a very, very, very hot market. And so is South Jersey because it's a low barrier, low cost to entry down there as well. But, you know, it's an epitome of like the rest of the economy of the country. So when things are hot, the hot places are hot. It's cold, it's cold. I'd stay along transportation routes, good school systems. And again, South Jersey, Philadelphia, great areas.
We on the title side, we're seeing a lot of stuff move in South Jersey right now too. We have a lot of foreclosures going out in South Jersey. A lot of stuff in South Jersey is moving.
That would be the 1 and 9 corridor and the 295 corridor.
Yes,
For South
It's much more affordable.
and what you also see, and what we're seeing from a lending side is, you know, a lot of people bought properties that maybe didn't know exactly what they were doing when they're flipping, and a lot of them are kind of coming undone now. So we're seeing, you know, people kind of get tight on their deals, and they're kind of showing back up. So if you're experienced out there, there's certainly deals to be had. Is there any opportunity to partner with investors to contribute a portion of the purchase price for one of these auction properties? Is there any opportunity? I guess I'll answer that in saying, if you're looking for a partner, an investment partner to help you with your flip, and you have to bring something to the table. You have to bring a know-how to flip a property, to build a property. You have to have the capability to find properties if you don't have the money. The money will be out there if you are able to find an investment. My advice would be to go to real estate meetups and meet with other people that bring certain strengths to the table. Auction.com has live events as well, where a lot of investors go. So I would attend these events. I would meet people like yourselves looking to get in. You know, I was just talking to someone from Auction.com earlier that he has, you know, certain professionals, lawyers, doctors who don't know a lot about investing, but they want to get their money out there. So if you can find a property that works, you could probably find the money for it. You just have to, you know, do a little legwork and show up to real estate investment groups. What do you like to look for in a house to determine if you will have low overhead on the rehab?
Sure. That one, it's really hard to determine. You can look at the exterior. The exterior looks in excellent condition. The roof's good. The siding's all good. Outside appearance sometimes reflects the interior. But you got to be cautious here because they could have put all the money in the exterior and then ran out of money for the interior. Yeah, or vice versa. So it's an older house. I would figure you're going to replace the bathroom. If it's older and outdated house, you may want to consider for a kitchen and bathrooms. Those are the two main costs of the interior of the houses. It's really looking inside the house. It's hard to fall.
Yeah. Next question is, why do so many properties postpone to a later auction date? Anyone?
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, you know, it could be a stay from, you know, the owners have, what is it, 3 stays?
3 stays.
That they can actually push the date back. And then, you know, sometimes the sheriff's department during holidays will allow stays. So if it lands on, you know, Christmas or Thanksgiving or something, they might stay it. So there's a lot of different reasons why they can. Sometimes the banks do it themselves. The banks can stay indefinitely. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of reasons why.
And I'm not going to sit here to defend any company or the other, but when there is a postponement of a property, it is not because auction.com is postponing it. We're basically facilitating the process, and someone's on the other side telling, you know, auction.com what's going on with the property. So it's not something on our end that we are affecting this, but one, as Greg mentioned, you can get up to 3 stays, I believe. I don't know if it's different in each state, but in New Jersey, I think that's the case. Once it stays once, I've noticed in South Jersey, there's a good chance it may happen again and again and again. If it hits 1, it's probably going to hit 3.
And it is an election.
Yeah. How do I know how much money in cashier's checks I need to bring to the auction? You got to bring.
I know just from personal experience and people that I talk to doing this, you want to bring whatever your max amount of money that you're looking to spend, whatever your cutoff point is, whatever you figure out that amount is, you want to bring that amount of money. But you don't want to bring it in one check. So you don't want to bring, if your max down payment is going to be $30,000, you don't want to bring a check for 30 grand. You want to bring it in increments of different denominations. So if you do end up getting the property for less and you only end up spending 20 grand, you can give the sheriff's department 20 grand, not 30 grand. So
They don't give you a refund.
No, they do not give you a refund.
Yeah.
So, and you really do want to put down a minimum deposit. So you can get your title and find out what's going on with the property. But yeah, I would always bring different denominations. Some people do it in 5s. They'll bring 5,000 checks. They bring a whole bunch of $5,000 certified checks.
If you're a new investor, if you have your budget, stay within your budget, live to fight another day. Don't go above the amount that you believe a property is worth. That's when you're going to find yourself getting into trouble. So we see guys at auctions all the time who get frustrated walking out when a property goes for $1,000 more than their budget. But the truth is, once you get into that game, you go 1,000, he goes. It's not just $1,000 over your budget because you don't know what the other person was willing to go up to. So stick within your numbers and wait for the right opportunity.
And seek expertise from Mr. Leva.
Yes, Louis Leva here at Culture Estate can certainly guide new investors through the process, especially here in New Jersey. What is the pace like at these auctions? Are the bids taken rapidly? It's not like the movies, but like sometimes it is. Auction.com holds the auctions in Georgia, right? They do events, maybe shooting for Ohio and stuff. I'm not really positive where you guys are holding all the auctions, but I mean, it's a brisk pace. Monmouth County, New Jersey, they're not even saying going once, going twice, going 3. They're not even doing that. It just ends. So go to an event, go to the county you plan on buying and see how it works. I've been down in Gloucester County. There's 5 people there. I've been in Philadelphia. There's 500 people there. So go to an event and see what it's like, see what the pace is like, just to have an understanding.
Yeah, and I would honestly say go to a county. There are some counties where they won't even let you in if you don't have certified checks or ways to pay. But some counties will. So go before you want to buy, go see what it's all about. There's no hurt in going.
The more populated the county and the cities in the county, the earlier you want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to register for sheriff sales.
That's subject to the county that you're in.
Yeah.
Most of them, you will have to sign your name and address upon entrance. Some you will have to pre-certify funds. Okay, so that's subject to each county. That information is on each county's individual website.
Is there an area where, is there an area where it would be possible to purchase a property at $150,000? Yeah, there's a lot of areas where you can purchase properties at $150,000. In fact, we just ran through about 3 or 4 of them in this pre-auction review. You're more likely to find that in South Jersey, more rural areas. If you buy a property in a rural area, if you try to flip that, make sure you can get lending on it because some lenders are going to be a little bit tight about that. But yeah, there's a lot of places that you could buy a property for $150,000.
You can buy properties. I mean, we've done title on properties in South Jersey for $30,000. Yeah, it depends on where you are and where you're looking at.
All right. When can you start the relocation negotiation for any tenants in an occupied property? Louis Leva, Culture Estate would be someone you'd want to talk to about that. But just look, you can't violate even if the person's overstaying their welcome, you can't really violate their rights. You can't put things in their mailbox. You can't do certain things, but you've got to figure out a way if you want to get them out with cash for keys or a variety of other ways. It's incumbent upon you. But again, I always tell everyone this: treat the people living there as you would want someone treating someone in your family.
Must have a title and a deed, I believe, in certain counties to even go and ask for the keys.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That's a wrap.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for participating in today's pre-auction review. We will have our next review for Monmouth, Middlesex, and Ocean counties. That will be held next Tuesday, August 30th, 12 p.m. Please visit the Facebook event calendar for auction.com to get information about that event. That's auction.com/event calendar. I'm going to turn it back over to my panel so that they can give their contact information. Once again, if you need any assistance as it relates to the sheriff's sales, please contact me directly. I'm at wsmith@auction.com. Our offices are 201-744-3105. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Again, I want to thank Louis Leyva of Culture Estate and everybody here at Culture Estate for allowing us the facility. Culture Estate is a full service real estate investment company for both home buyers and investors. You can reach out to Luis at culture.estate. You can check their website at culture.estate. There is no .com in that. I am David Weintraub. I am a lender working for Temple View Capital. Again, any type of investment property you're looking to deal with, feel free to reach out to me. This is my email address, dweintraub@templeviewcap.com. Thank you.
And once again, I'm Greg Petrowski. I'm with Fortune Title. So we're a full service title company. We do pretty much everything. We do commercial, residential, foreclosure. We specialize in foreclosure. In our industry, if you can do foreclosure work, you can really do any work. And if you have any questions, if you want to reach out to me, you want an estimate, you have any questions about the auctions or anything that goes with the title insurance, when you should order it, which is immediately after you actually purchased, put the bid in for the property. Shoot me an email. It's greg@fortunereo.com, or you can always call me, 973-226-6555. Just ask for Greg.
I need that. I need just David, right?
Once again, I'm James Stark from Jersey Strong Construction. We're a full-service construction company and management. We do everything with the renovations from the basement to the roof. I also help our customers, my investors, look for doing their due diligence, looking at properties, because that's the repair values of a home. And actually, I'm a new agent here at the Culture Estates, so I can also help you in looking for the properties and finding the good properties for you. You can review my website for construction at jerseystrongconstruction.com and review our work that we've done. And I can be reached jerseystrongco@aol.com, or my Culture Estate email is jamesthorpe@culture.estate.